What up, it's your main man, Mr. PIXIE here. I'm fresh off my bike ride, but I'm in the studio about to set up for my podcast, PIXIE Does It, which airs Sunday and Tuesday right here, YouTube Live. But real quick, I wanted to give you an overview of all the equipment and software I use for my setup. Let's get into it. First up, the microphones, the most important part. Without the microphones, it's not really a podcast, is it? There's two microphones I use for my setup. The main microphones are the EV RE320, Electro Voice RE320. I love these mics, they're phenomenal, sound great, and very affordable. Like, you can't go wrong with these microphones for the price. My second pair are the Rode PROCASTERs. I don't have them set up because I primarily use those for guests. But the Rode PROCASTERs are a great way to get quality sound at a really nice budget price. Now I'm gonna take you vlog style. We're gonna travel over to the desk to the mixer I use for my podcast. And that mixer is the Zoom L12. I did a full review on this mixer and I love it. It's great sound, great features, plenty of inputs, compression on each channel for each vocal. In my review, I talked about this section here. This is where you can save your presets. So as you adjust all your volume faders, you can save that preset. So whenever you turn this mixer on, recall your settings, you're good to go. All right, now on occasion, I do Skype in calls or even FaceTime calls, and you gotta do a mix minus coming out of the Zoom L12. So you need another device to go back into the computer and get that audio routed with that mix minus. So for that, I use the M Audio M-Track 2x2 M. There's a cool USB-C interface which connects to my MacBook really easily and works well with the Zoom L12 for that mix minus setup. All right, now on to the visual part of it. I do stream the podcast to YouTube Live on every Sunday, every Tuesday, every week of every month. It's been about a year or so since I've been doing this podcast. So for streaming, I use one of my Sony A6500s, and for viewing, I use the BlackMagic Design Video Assist. Now, you wonder, how am I getting this video into my laptop to stream it? I use the CAMLINK 4K HDMI video adapter. The CAMLINK 4K is a real easy plug-and-play solution to get your HDMI output from your camera to your laptop. All right, now on to the software part of the whole operation. This is where it gets kind of fun. All right, for the software part of it, I use Telestream's WIRECAST, the newest version. Also, you'll see here, I have the Ableton push controller sitting on the desk. I use the Ableton push controller to trigger all my samples, trigger a few audio beds, and trigger a few special effects. I just recently started using this, so I have a lot more to go to fill up that bank. Last but not least, I have my trusty iPad Pro, which I pretty much take everywhere and use all the time for everything like news, writing notes, and stuff like that. Probably the one thing I use the most in the whole podcast setup. All right, there you have it. Ooh, look, I'm still sweating from my bike ride. Just wanted to give you a quick overview of what I use for my podcast setup. The podcast is PIXIE Does It. I would appreciate it if you checked it out. I'll put a link right here to one of the videos of one of our recent shows. Please click on that link, go and subscribe, leave us comments, and even if you get a chance to tune into the show live, join in the conversation, comment with us. We'll love to have you. We have a good time. We have fun. All right, that's it for my podcast setup. I'm pretty sure I probably missed something. So if you have any questions on what I use, leave it in the comments and I will definitely get back to you. Until next time, I'm Mr. PIXIE. I'll see you. All right, now I'm going to take this shower so I can get ready for the show. All right, y'all.